It remains a top priority in Rochester, making sure unsheltered community members have the resources they need. KIMT News 3's Annalise Johnson joins us now with what's being considered against the backdrop of a pandemic. Annalise.
George, when the Rochester Public Library closed because of the pandemic, the day center at the Mayo Civic Center opened in its place. It provided a safe place for Rochester's homeless to socially distance while accessing water, air conditioning, power, and Wi-Fi. And now the library's board is discussing what is next for these two spaces. The goal is to close down the day center and reopen the library. At the Rochester Public Library's virtual board meeting tonight, the director shared there are plans in place to open up the library.
You know, there's a lot of conversation about how do we do it safely.
There is no set date yet.
How are you not by somebody for long periods of time? You know, it's one thing if someone walks in, checks out a few books and on the self-check and then walks back out the door. But that's not how everybody uses the library, and so how do we do that?
Next week, Rochester City Council is expecting to discuss closing the Civic Center Day Center. With no clear reopening day for the library, the tentative plan is for the Salvation Army and the city to share responsibility providing services to the homeless.
Making sure that people have access to services, as well as access to food, access to water, sanitation.
In the meantime, the library is still offering curbside service and internet use. The library director doesn't think the library will reopen until at least August. Live in Rochester, Annalise Johnson, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Annalise. The overnight program at the Civic Center has already ended. People are now staying overnight at the Catholic Charities Warming Center on 4th Street or new transitional housing provided by Olmsted County.